Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Danielle and you're watching Philomath plus Galivanta. Today I will be discussing with you 20 lessons I learned in 2020. Oh yeah, I said 20. You can imagine if I've learned so much in the year 2020. So the code is 2020 and that's why I'm sharing with you 20. Okay guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, please do not forget to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel to be a part of this family, and do not forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on my next videos. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for returning back to this YouTube channel. Okay guys, so wow, 2020, huge, right? Very wonderful year. So that's the reason why I've decided to share with you 20 lessons. 2 and 0. Let's try it again. 2 and 0. 2 and 0. Okay guys, so that's why I've decided to share with you 20 lessons that I've learned this year. So without further ado, let's dive right into the video. Number 1 lesson: it is okay to take a pause and it's okay to take some rest. I'll tell you why. About 3 years ago, I've been working back to back. I had like several jobs: day job, night job, afternoon job, what job. I had so much to do with my business as well as being a student. I was working endlessly. I really never even thought of taking holidays. I was like, okay, holidays would come at some point. But the year 2020 came and I had to go on a forceful holiday, taking rest because I lost my job. And also, at first, it was something I wanted to worry about, but then I thought about it again. It's okay to pause. It's okay to take some rest. You don't have to stay there for so long, but ensure that you're actually trying to be productive or productively thinking while you're taking your rest. So it's okay to pause. This life is not all about work all the time. Number 2. Take bold steps. Be fearless. Embrace opportunities by being prepared for it and take certain risk. A man that cannot take risk cannot succeed. So be fearless. Try to take steps. This is one crucial lesson that I've learned this year. Number 3. Do not waste your time over things you cannot control. Don't. I might have made several mistakes this year, but I've learned not to waste my time on the things that I cannot control. You can't control it. You've tried your best. Leave it. Don't force it. Leave it and let it go. It helps you. Your mental health, psychological health, everything is intact while you stop fighting the things you can't win or the things you cannot control. Number 4, keep fighting. Remain consistent. Keep pushing. Remain positive. So that's the first lesson that I learned. You need to keep fighting, remain positive, and remain consistent. And use your time wisely. Number 5, there is a need to prioritize, to know the things that are important to you and the things that are not. There's a need to prioritize, to know what you need and what you want. to know what you have to do and what you need to do. So that's the 5th lesson that I learned this year. Prioritize. Number 6 lesson that I learned this year is the act of improving my information diet. This year I've really experienced a reduction in the amount of books that I read, in the amount of good information that I feed my brain, that I feed my head with. So currently my information diet sucks, and I've learned this year that's actually important for me to feed my head with good information. Different things. You can read things about health, things about finances, things about business, motivational books, inspirationals, friction, anything that helps you to think, that helps to build your brain, that helps to increase your creativity. Number 7, it is okay to fail. I have failed several times this year, and I think it's okay because I'm not staying right there. I'm moving on. I'm planning again. I'm re-strategizing. So for me, I learned this year that it's okay to fail. Number 8, it's okay to start all over again. It is, for real. I don't know what you think about it, but for me, the 8th lesson for me this year is that it is okay to start all over again. I failed several times, as I said earlier on. So as soon as I discover that I failed at something, I take a deep breath. And then I start all over again. So be ready to start all over again. Be ready to fail. Be ready to start all over again. Number 9, stop complaining and start acting. You know, this year has given me a lot of reasons to think that there's a lot to complain about. In short, like there's too many things to complain about, especially this year with all the challenges that it has posed on us. But I started to think again. What have I gained from complaining? You complain about the government, you complain about the political decisions, you complain about the rules changing, you complain about the legal whatever, you complain about the that, you complain about life itself, you complain. Oh my God, stop complaining, quit complaining. Start to act, do something about it. Do something. So that is the 9th lesson that I learned this year, to quit complaining. But rather, think, what can I do about this? It's okay to discuss it with people. It's okay to discuss it with your friend. It's okay to discuss your problem or your challenge with someone that would listen to you. But what is the next after complaining about it? What is the next after pouring out your heart? Action. Act upon it. So I learned that, to act rather than complain. Act, 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 act. Act, baby, act. Number 10th lesson that I learned this year is being able to balance the 4 major components of an ideal life. What are these major components of an ideal life? The first is physical health. The next is mental health, happiness, and well-being. The third is relationship. And the 4th is money/work. So how do you balance these 4 parts of your life, or this 4 major part of your life? For me, it was always more like trying to balance money and work, and maybe sometimes health. But I have learned a huge lesson this year that it is best to actually be able to balance the 4 major parts of our life, which includes physical health, mental health, well-being, relationship, money, and work. Number 11 lesson I learned this year is to build my financial capacity, to be sustainable, to be sufficient, So, and the way I do this is to ensure that I have more than one source of income. So ensure to have more than one source of income. Ensure to have more than one source of income. It's really important for you to be able to succeed. You need to have more than one source of income. That's one crucial lesson that I've learned this year. Number 12. I've really lacked on this part, and that's why I will say it's the 12th lesson that I've learned this year. Preparing myself for opportunities. Opportunities do not come to those who are sleeping. Opportunities do not come to those who are slacking. Opportunities do not come to those who are lagging behind. So you need to prepare yourself continuously and wait for this opportunity to come. Do not think that when opportunity comes, then you start to learn, then you start to prepare. No, you prepare and wait for opportunities to come. So, 12th lesson, prepare for opportunities. Number 13, the power of accountability in your career, in your life, in general, in your relationship, in your business, in virtually everything that you do. Try as much as possible to have someone that you account to, someone that you give account to, someone that asks you, how are you faring? What are you doing so far? How are you growing so far? Having a mentor, have someone that you talk to. It's really important. When you are accountable to someone, you tend to succeed faster. You tend to succeed better. Number 14. The 14th lesson that I learned this year is what? Setting goals. Yeah, set goals. For me, setting goals and not thinking too much. That's one thing. We set goals sometimes, or we think of certain ideas and we spend time thinking too much. Why think too much? The first thing to do when you have an idea is to write it down. Write your idea down. When you write it down, spend less time thinking, but act fast. It's better for you to act upon it faster than thinking for so long. And while you're thinking, someone else thinks of your idea and at the same time actualizes it, executes it while you're still thinking. So when you think of something, you write it down and you start to act upon it. Number 15, you can do anything just if you believe in yourself. So the 15th lesson that I learned this year is to believe in myself, to believe that I can do just anything. I'll tell you one example of that thing that I've learned this year, the 15th lesson. I've thought of starting YouTube for so long, which is like the 14th thing that I said earlier that I learned. I thought too much about it. It took me years. I kept on thinking, but I never acted upon it. But just this year, I thought of it again. I acted upon it. And you see, the 15th lesson, I can do just about anything as long as I believe in myself. I believed in myself that I could do YouTube, that I can learn through the process and I can succeed. And then yes, I did it. What did I do? I started YouTubing. And now I have 1K subscribers and now I'm monetized. So, take example from me. I know I'm just beginning, but take an example from me and start something. Start that thing you want to start and you will succeed in it. The 16th lesson that I learned this year is to remain positive, remain happy. Take away toxic things, toxic people from your life. Cut them off. Your mental health is more important. Your physical being, your happiness is very important. It's only when you have so much joy that you can give to others the same. It's only when you have so much joy that you can give others the same. So try as much as possible to remain happy and to remove toxic people and toxic things out of your life. Prepare and let the universe bring around you so much greatness. The 17th thing that you need in life is introspection. Introspection is the very crucial lesson that I learned this year. Number 17. Introspection is very crucial in every human life. So the 17th lesson that I learned this year is introspection. Try to meditate. Take some time out to meditate. Take some time out to think about your life. Take some time out to think about the things you've done. Take some time out to think about the things you're doing. Take some time out to think about the result of your actions. Number 18. The 18th thing that I learned this year is that I do not need crowd. I have learned to note what is important for me and what is not important. Cut off what is not important. Anything that is not important to you, anybody that is not important to you, cut them off. Just make do with little. Sometimes it's not all about the crowd, it's not all about the numbers, but it's all about the effect of that one thing that is really helping you, that is really motivating you, that is inspiring you, that is giving you positive vibes. Lesson. The 19th lesson I learned this year is to love myself. Love yourself regardless. It's only when you love yourself you can love another person. It is only how much love that you have that you can give. Love yourself ultimately. Love yourself to the fullest. Embrace your struggle. Remain positive. So I have learned to love myself to the fullest. I've learned to embrace my struggles. I've learned to appreciate myself this year so that I can give enough to others. Number 20. The 20th lesson I've learned this year is to add value to others. Learn to add value to others. Be a solution to problems or create solutions to problems. Learn to add value to others. Learn to collaborate with other people. Try to find useful associations. Build your social capital. Build your human capital. Learn to collaborate with others just for you to get to that place that you're planning to get to achieve that goal you want to achieve. Thank you so much for listening to me. I hope that this session has been informative for you and that you have learned a lot. As I said earlier on, introspection is a very important part of human life. So I hope you take this 10 minutes of your time to introspect and to ponder upon the lessons you have learned this year. I hope this session has been informative for you. As I said earlier on, these are huge 20 lessons that I have learned this year. I hope you enjoyed listening to me, and I hope you have also learned a lot also in this session. Thank you so much for staying with me up to this moment, and I hope to see you again soon in my next video. But do not forget to give me a huge thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and do not forget to hit the notification bell so that we meet again in the next video. Stay blessed. Bye.